Welcome back to the CBS3 Pet Project with animal advocate Carol Erickson and the PSPCA, and a true cutie this morning, Angus.
Angus is absolutely darling. You know, he's just a great 11-week-old kitten, just a typical kitten, loves to jump and climb and use the litter box. And there's one other thing about Angus. Angus is blind.
You never know.
You would never know it. Now, Angus is in foster care with a wonderful woman from the Pennsylvania SPCA, and Angus will be available for adoption from the Pennsylvania SPCA. And today we want to talk about animals like Angus. Now, this 11-week-old kitten, through no fault of his own, he was seized by our humane law enforcement and through our cruelty cases. And because of an upper respiratory infection, he and several of the other kittens in this litter were blind.
Oh.
So that's one of the reasons that you definitely need to make sure that your animals get vet care, because otherwise Angus would be a sighted cat. But that said, Angus, who cannot see anything, also can jump and with amazing accuracy apparently find the litter box, is extremely playful, has no idea that he can't see anything. Just
That's amazing. He knows where your hand is. He's reaching for it.
He's really he's amazing. His adoptive mom, or at least his foster mom, calls him Angus the Great, because he really is a great cat. But some of the things I want to talk about is that, you know, a lot of people would like to adopt special needs pets, and that is great because one of the surveys said that they're like the third least likely to be adopted in a shelter, the first being the older pets, and then the pit bull type dogs, and then dogs and cats with special needs.
Right.
So it's something to think about. Not everybody is equipped to do that. You need to be honest with yourself. If you can't do a special needs pet, that's totally fine. There are so many other deserving animals in there that in all these shelters that you need to make room for. But some of the things that if you do think, hey, you know what, I'd kind of like to get a dog or cat with some kind of vision problem, well, all you have to do is make sure that when you set your house up with their food bowls and that sort of thing, keep it set up that way.
Right. Consistency.
Yes, because they know where it is, and they keep, you know, they've got other senses that they use unbelievably, not the least of which is just their cuteness, which helps us want to do the right thing by them. And also, they're deaf animals, but, you know, so many people are using sign language on their dogs.
No kidding.
Yes, the dogs may not be able to hear, but, you know, as you know, dogs are very attentive to humans, and they want to learn. And a lot of people will couple just a sit command with a motion or something. So you can certainly train an animal that has a hearing problem. And you know what? Maybe you don't want a dog that every time the doorbell rings, he starts barking. So you know, there's certain times that
advantages.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, you know, the other that you see, the three-legged pet who, for some reason, has lost a limb. It's more difficult for a pet to actually lose a front leg because a lot of their weight is carried on the front. It's like often with a horse. A lot of their weight is carried on the front. But even so, they too can adapt. But you may want to be putting ramps up at your house, or use a special sling. Watch out for the obesity that can happen sometimes with a three-legged pet. So these are just some of the things that you consider when you're adopting an animal. And one of the other things that I found very interesting is that a lot of people want the animal celebrity, i.e. the animal that may have the most atrocious life story, and they go to the shelter, and so like 15 people show up for that animal, and then they walk by many other deserving animals. So you can't fall into that trap. As great as it is to adopt these special need pets, if there isn't one there, there will be, but don't walk past the animal that may need you as well. Because one of the other issues with special needs, it's not just some of the physical things. Angus, you are an angel. It's not just the, and again, this cat is blind, you would never know it, is that a lot of animals have basically PTSD. They've had previous traumatic experiences. So somebody who's really good with, you know, keeping them less anxious and working with them and work with whatever the disability, just like you would with a person. All right, look at these two. Jan, are they darling? We've got Raggedy and Andy. They are 1-year-old male cats. They are also for adoption at the Pennsylvania SPCA. They are a bonded pair. They must go together, and they are sweet and darling. Raggedy and Andy, I love their names. And this is Rue, and she is a little doll, very friendly. She likes to meet people of all kinds. She gives her little pity kisses kisses, and she walks really well on a leash. She loves to stretch her legs in the yard, and she can be in a home with just about any other person, dog, cat. She is very gentle and just is a wonderful animal. So check them out, Pennsylvania SPCA.
Right. Anytime, go pick somebody up. Visit PSPCA Erie Avenue headquarters at 350 Erie Avenue, Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 5, Monday through Friday, 1 to 8. Angus is just precious. You would never know he had any kind of disability.
Not at all. He's an absolute little doll. So check out Angus and all the others.
Yes. Thanks, Carol.
Okay.
You're a woman after my own heart today, bringing this kitten in.